You know, she is still a friend of Misha's and supporting her as she changes and moves on with her life.
That's totally fine with me, long as I'm not around Misha.
Gotcha. I want to thank all three of you for being here. I wish you all a lot of luck. Stay with us. Coming up, what are the worst words all women use, and what do they really mean?
When my wife says maybe, it means hell no.
When anger turns to rage, what does your anger type reveal about you?
I want you to get control of this before you literally get killed. That's Monday on Mel. Welcome back. Life coaching and talking to millions of you has taught me one thing. We never say what we really mean. And when it comes to we women, we have a singular screwed up way of talking that tends to drive the people we love bananas. So I went to social media and asked, what are the worst words all women use? And this is what you said.
When my wife says maybe, it means hell no.
She says nothing. It certainly means something. And it also means that I'm probably in a ton of trouble.
After 2 years of marriage, I have learned that when my wife says, wow, it doesn't mean she's impressed.
I've been married for 23 years. Now, the one phrase that my wife uses that I don't like to hear is that word, go ahead. When she says go ahead, she's really saying, go ahead, I dare you. I triple dog dare you. I quadruple dog dare you. So guess what? I don't always like to go ahead.
Oh my gosh. You know, it's like these words are kind of slippery and we all use them. You know, when your partner's like, hey, you want to go tailgating with my buddies? And you're like, maybe. Or you're talking about dinner and you're like, well, we could have Chinese or Mexican or burgers or takeout. And you're like, whatever. You don't mean whatever, do you? You know exactly what you mean. And the famous, you look angry. What's wrong? You're like, nothing. Who's guilty of saying nothing? Yes, right here. All right, let's go right here. What's your name?
Hi, Shannon.
Shannon.
Yes.
And you two are together?
We are.
Okay, what's your name?
I'm Patrick.
Okay, excellent. So when's the last time you used the word nothing?
About 5 hours ago.
5 hours ago?
Yes.
Okay, what
Yes.
happened?
We've had a rough couple of days. No sleep. Trying to get here to New York to come to your great show.
And
a
where
few
were you
other
coming
things.
from?
From Nashville.
Oh, fantastic.
Storms
Okay.
came through at the airport, checked the bags, very busy. All the flights were canceled, right? Looked at the clock. He's immediately dialing up the rental car company and says, we're going to drive. Okay. I don't like to be a passenger, but by golly, we're going to go. And he's going to drive
here?
right?
Awesome. Okay.
So, 12-hour drive here, and lo and behold, storms, rain, speeding, tailgating again. I'm head down in the phone. I'm done.
You're so adorable. The way he's looking at me like I'm going to save him or something. It's like,
No, that's not what's happening here.
that's not what, no, I'm not saving you, no. So did you know that she was upset that you were tailgating?
How many times have you tailgated in your life? And every time, what do I do?
Yeah.
Yes.
How long have you been married?
27 years.
So can you feel it?
I can't. But I was also trying to get here.
Which is great, but don't die trying to get
Did you ask her what was wrong?
I did.
Yes.
And what did you say?
Nothing.
How many of us in this section are guilty of doing this to our partners and the people that we love? Every hand should be going up. Yes. Yes, every hand should be going up. I think the lesson here that's so great from the two of you, and first of all, I love that you drove all the way from Nashville to be here. I love that you didn't let the plane cancellation stop you from being at the Mel Robbins Show. And I also love that you did that because it gives us an opportunity to talk about something that's really important. We say nothing because we don't want to escalate it, right? Why do you say nothing in that moment, Shannon?
Well, partially for 27 years of experience, I knew that my feelings were real, but that at the end of the day, I knew it wasn't a battle I wanted to fight.
Gotcha. So I want you to look at this differently, because when you say nothing, you just heard it straight from Patrick. Mm-hmm. They know.
They do.
That you're angry.
Right.
They know that you're stressed out.
Right.
And so instead of saying nothing, I want you to say something. And you're going to hear me say this a lot on this show. There's a very big difference between the content of what you're saying, what you say, and how you say it. And so when you start to feel nothing come out of your mouth, that's a signal for you to go, oh, wait a minute, I'm supposed to say something. And just take a deep breath and be like, it just makes me a little nervous when you tailgate like this, honey. And what I notice is that when I say nothing to my husband, Chris, it makes things worse. But when I take a deep breath and I talk a little softer, it's a really great form of manipulation.
Sure.
Right?
It's probably better than grabbing the dashboard.
Yes, don't grab the dashboard either. Right? And don't you go anywhere, because when we come back, it's time to reveal the most lethal word all we women say, and we say it all the time, and I'm on a mission to make you stop saying it, so don't change the channel. We've been talking about the lethal words all women say, and I'm on a mission to get every woman on the planet to stop saying sorry. All right, sorry. I'm sorry I'm late. Oh, I'm sorry I said that. I'm sorry. And Lucy, could you stand up? Sure. And could you stand up too, your beautiful daughter? Lucy, I understand you are a lifetime offender.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. So how often are you dropping what we like to call the S-bomb?
All the time. I can hit a wall and say, oh, I'm sorry. And it's like, it's a wall.
So do you say it at work?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
All the time. I'm sorry for putting you on hold. I'm sorry for having to say this. I'm sorry for having to say that. And it's like, okay, I need another word.
Yes. And I understand you're literally tripping on your sorries. There's a story about a party?
Yeah, so we went to a party. It was a surprise birthday party. And the party started 5 hours late. And I was there with my mom, and we got there like at 4. The party started at 9. And my mom was like, listen, we got to go. And we were running to get food, and I'm like bumping into everyone and saying, sorry, I have to leave. But you started like 5 hours late. Don't tell me 4 if you're going to start at 9, and totally. I'm apologizing.
Totally.
Yeah.
You know, here's the thing about it. I'm on a mission to get women to stop saying, I'm sorry. And the reason why is because our words matter, and they communicate so much more than we think. And research shows particularly that when you say sorry at work, it makes you appear less confident. And your words at home also have a direct impact on the people around you, particularly your daughters and your nieces, mine included. I made the sorry switch a couple years ago, and you will not believe how powerful it is, okay? The only way to really beat the habit is to have somebody else police it for you, okay? And what's your name?
Nia.
Nia?
Yeah.
And have you heard your mother say, I'm sorry?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Does it bug you?
Not really, because I do it also sometimes without realizing. Without realizing.
Yeah, without realizing
Yeah.
it. That's important, because when you start repeating behavior, it becomes a pattern, and you don't realize it. And if you want to get rid of that pattern, no problem. We're going to break it, and we're going to replace it. I had this happen recently. So we were having dinner, and I didn't realize it, but I kept saying the word literally. And my son, who's 14, made a side bet with my daughter's godfather. Yes, so this is our son, Oakley. And he turned to our friend and said, let's count how many times, and I'm going to make my mom pay me $10 for every time she says literally. And so he said, Mom, stop saying literally. I bet you can't do it. And every time I said literally, he made a little note. And he came to me the next morning, and he said, you said it 17 times. Oh. I've already gone on to Amazon, and I have a shopping cart full. But here's the thing. When somebody else is policing it for you, has anybody ever had a swear jar in their house? Right? Where you put a $1 bill in every time somebody swears? That'll stop you immediately, because you don't even hear it, right? Yeah. And so I want to ask you to help, okay? And here's what we're going to do. We're going to pay you to police your mother, okay? This is a sorry jar. You say it, you pay it, okay? Every time you say I'm sorry, you have to put $1 in this jar, and this is your jar, and I'm sure you're not sorry, right? For holding it. So who else says I'm sorry all the time? I'm sure and even I saw you frowning up there in the red shirt. You were singing earlier, and you say you're sorry. She's like, yeah. She's not raising her hand. We all do it. We absolutely all do it. And this is why I don't want you to do it. You're losing your power when you say it, and it's become a habit that we women pass to each other. And so here's how you break it. You ready? Not only do you get somebody to police you. So you better believe every time Oakley was like, literally, oh, there's another, literally, I started thinking, okay, I got to stop saying it. I didn't realize how much I was saying it. You need to find a replacement word. And the best word to replace sorry with is thank you. Instead of saying I'm sorry, you're going to replace it with thank you. If you show up late to a meeting, thank you for your patience. If you have somebody on hold at work, thank you for your patience. If you bump into the wall, thank you for not breaking my arm, okay? You got it?
Yeah.
And what you're going to see is that by saying thank you, you are keeping your power and you're acknowledging the other people or the wall around you. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, great. And you're going to make some money, right? So say thank you. All right, we'll be right back. In your car or away from your TV and you can't watch the show, if you want to listen to The Mel Robbins Show, it's now available as a podcast on all major platforms. Check it out. Next, Mel, Rachel Dolezal.
You needed to apologize for lying.
And Jodi Arias' ex-lawyer. The stories that ruined their lives. They're defending their reputation. Tomorrow on Mel. Welcome back. I think it's so important to recognize you, the fans, not only for showing up and supporting me every day, but because your success stories are why I do this show. Now, I challenge you to stop complaining, and it's something I've asked my digital fans to do too. Check out what Lori from Arkansas had to say.
Hi, I'm Lori. Mel, I took your no complaint challenge, but instead of 24 hours, I did 30 days. I promised myself to do 100 jumping jacks every time I complained. At first, I could only do 25, but I worked my way on up, and the result? I made my mind healthier, my body too, and I lost a dress size. Thank you, Mel.
Wow! I didn't see that coming. That I know that no complaining is good for your brain, but holy cow, your dress size too. That's awesome. Great for you, Lori. And finally, in case nobody else has told you today, I want to be the first to tell you that I believe in your ability to change your life for the better. Because you can change how you think, and you can change the little things that you do, like cutting out the complaining and saying thank you instead of I'm sorry. And when you do, your life will change. And that's why I'm here 5 days a week, reminding you that you've got this, and I'll be cheering for you. I'll see you tomorrow.